Hey YouTube, welcome back. The Amazing Spider-Man number 38 review. This is the third book in the three-book arc here, 36, 37, 38, leading up to the gang war and kind of tying up some loose ends, some previous storylines. So let's jump in. We jump in and we see that Spider-Man has been captured by the Repossessor. He's a agent of Madeline Pryor from Limbo. His main objective was to go out and pick up some of the demons that have been plaguing New York City and return them to Limbo. But he was kind of a character who was a bill collector and got caught up in the situation with Dark Web, Madeline Pryor, and Ben Reilly. And he was, just your average, human, and now got caught up, and now his life has been changed. So he blames Peter Parker for that, and so he's been after him. And he's actually captured him. He's kind of a monster form who can basically capture demons by eating them and then spitting them out, regurgitating them back into Limbo. So, comics. But here's the team. Zeb Wells continues to write. Ed McGuinness filling in for John Romita Jr. on the artwork. So our story continues. We see, Rek-Rap and Spider-Man, and they are both, with a number of other demons, have been captured by the repossessor REPO, and they're trying to figure out how they escape his stomach. And we see that REPO has one of Peter Parker's best friends, Randy Robinson, captured, and looks like he's going to do some harm to him. And so, we see Rek-Rap and Spider-Man trying to figure out how they get out of the situation that they're in. And ultimately we see that they escape just in the nick of time before REPO does any harm to Randy. And then we see, kind of this, I've been reading along, so we can see that REPO is actually was this gentleman who was a bill collector who was chasing down Peter Parker and just got wrapped up into this. So that kind of, ties it in. And he was, transformed from his human self into a demon self. And so that's kind of the backstory. And so we see, Spider-Man and Rek-Rap have escaped, and they're trying to stop REPO from, hurting Randy. And we see REPO in his monster form here disappear, and they're trying to figure out, what happened to him. And then we cut to Madeline Pryor, and she has taken care of it. She realizes what was going on with REPO, and she has addressed it. And then we cut to Luke Cage and Randy Robinson. We had mentioned in a previous issue and review that Randy has been working with Luke to try to reform some of the things that Wilson Fisk had put in place, where superheroes are banned and basically illegal in the city of New York. And then we're seeing some of the tie-in with gang war with Hammerhead and a couple of the other street level characters, villains, and they're basically getting set up for gang war. And now we see Tombstone, who's been in the hospital since his daughter's wedding. There was an attack at the wedding. His daughter is also the villain Beetle, and she was going to marry Peter Parker's best friend Randy, and so there's some contention there with that relationship. And again, now we see Silvermane and Nefaria kind of leading up. Everybody's kind of staking their claim and trying to get their foothold now that Tombstone is laid up in the hospital. Everybody's trying to gain some traction within the crime in New York City. And so that's kind of where we leave off. So we wrap up the Rek-Rap storyline and REPO storyline. Madeline Pryor ultimately deals with the repo repossession guy, and we tie up that little storyline, and now we're moving on in the next issue to gang war. So overall, this whole little 3-story arc is really was a filler, kind of a little bit of a letdown after the last story arc. So 36, 37, 38. Thinking about my 5 webhead review system, we'll go with a 2 again. So each of these 3 issues, 36, 37, 38, all got 2 webheads. Yeah, they were okay. We'll see where the gang war goes now. That seems to be a bigger storyline, a lot of crossovers. So, but that's what I got for you for issue 38, ASM 38. Two webheads. Let me know what you think if you're reading this, or drop me a comment. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you soon.